Hello everybody and welcome to day 16. I think we're on 16. It's looking very colourful. Let me just pop this other light on just 1 second. There we go, that's better. You can't see that shadow now. So yes, we're doing the little stereo at the top here. Now I'm going to attempt something with this that may be slightly challenging for the size of this. So if it doesn't work, I'll scrap it. But I'm going to try my hardest. I'm going to try and do the little dials and stuff chrome. Here goes. So we'll see how this turns out. I'm going to turn my page because I think I'm going to need to for the angle that it's at. I'll just come down to the stereo. So it's so tinky. And it's focusing in for me there, but I'm just going to take it off auto because it will flash when take that off. So it's good where it is, but I don't want it flashing. So we're going to get started. So hopefully I can fit these cue cards on because I'm having to get quite close with these. Got a story to tell you all in a second. What's literally just happened. So we're going to go in with sky blue. I'm just moving my keyboard out the way. And I'm going to literally colour all the stereo sky blue first. I always like to carry a colour from the page before. I think I've said it a few times on here now. I'm just going to be so careful around these dials with the tiniest things I've ever done. And I was thinking, oh, this is so tiny. It's going to take me 5 minutes, but with my plan I've got, I don't think it's going to take me 5 minutes. So we'll see how long we've got. So I hope everyone has had a lovely weekend. I'd like to know what you've got up to. Have you had any new supplies bought for Valentine's Day? Or have you treated yourself to something for Valentine's Day? I've got a nice surprise of things that I've got this weekend. So watch out for my haul video coming up because it'll be one heck of a haul because it's things I bought before Christmas and things I bought after Christmas up until today, and one holy grail of a haul. So watch out for that because it's got a really special edition in it for me, which I'm so excited about. So that would be good, wouldn't it? So I'm definitely making sure I'm not going out of frame with anything. So now I'm going to come in with ultramarine. Hopefully these are all staying in shot. And today's sharpener of choice is my tgaal. There is some going to have sharper points, longer ones that have been already sharpened before. I've just not used them for a bit, but predominantly most of them have been sharpened with my tgaal. So if anyone was interested in what, because sometimes when I watch videos I see these tips and I go, oh, that's a nice tip. Where or what sharpener have they used to get that? So I like to be on the ball with some things, so I'm letting you all know in advance what sharpener I've used. And the tgaal I keep showing everyone is this amazing little thing. You can get long points with it and you can get short points with it. It's absolutely amazing. So we'll see. So I'm just going to try and shade this into the centre because I want the centre to look light. and I'm just bringing this in as a slight, just a bit of a depth to the stereo. I think it's a stereo, I'm not actually too sure. It's definitely something. So that's okay for that section. I'm going to come in with Indent Throne Blue. I don't know why I keep talking a little bit posh when I see these words, but I think it's the polychromo names. I'm like, ew, hooty snooty. So I'm just bringing in this on the very edge, kind of to give it that look that the edge is kind of descending over the other side. So I'm not going to bring too much of this out, but I'm definitely just edging it with it and slightly coming in. I'm not going near them dials because obviously I have a plan for them dials, so I don't want colour getting on them. Just going down here. I think I'm colouring these tiny little boxes. I think I'm getting an insight into Emily Illustrator's world of colouring all those little plants of Joanna Basford's and getting so much detail in the little boxes that she does. I think I'm getting an insight into Emily's world with Colin Thompson. We've done so many detail. I didn't think I could get so much detail on a page, but I have. And these are so tiny to get this detail on. I mean, anyone who's colouring along with us will know that, especially in the Colour in Heaven one, because the Colour in Heaven one, it's a double page spread on one page. So anyone that's colouring along in the Colour in Heaven will know how hard this page has been. So what I'm going to do now is just work some of these dials out. I'm going to use this as my shadow. So I'm going to pop some shadows in. So my light source is coming in this direction. No, it's not, sorry. My light source is coming in the top, this direction. So everything, the light's going to hit on here and it's going to shadow everything at the bottom. Just put all these shadows in. And this is just to give the illusion that these dials are popping out. So all around this side we'll have a shadow. These screws will have a shadow. These dials will have a shadow. I've got so many plans, you know, for my channel, everyone. I need to tell you, I've been writing down plans and plans and things to do, and I just hope people are going to enjoy them. But I have got some mad crazy plans, but you've got to be crazy and out there in this world, or else I won't be different, and I think different is good. So just around here, and then there's a little bolt there. So has that made them look a bit 3D-ish? Yes, but I've missed these out here. I'm losing my point now, so I'm finding it hard to keep that line I'm using tiny, and it needs to be tiny. Yeah, I think I've done that now. Yes, they all look like they're popping out. So that's them ones done. And now I've got to do this tiny, tiny little motherboard. So I'm going to come in with light phthalo blue. Right, I'm going to have to be really careful with this because I can't tell what's wires and what's the motherboard. So I'm going to use as much as my eyesight as possible I can. So if I do go over something, I'm very sorry. I can see these little wires. I've no idea what that is, but it looks like a laughing face, but I'm not too sure. That's a little terminal there. That's a fuse there. And don't know what's there. Well, that's going to be... It's a bit off centre there as well, but hey, well, it must come down here somewhere. So that's that done. I don't think we've got use for them now. I'm push them to be found there. Okay, so I think let me just sharpen this off because it is a little bit too sharp for what I want here. There we go. So first I want a deep scarlet red. Oh, that's even too big for the little thing I'm doing. 1 second. This is going to be fiddly. I'm going to see if I can come down a little bit closer. So you can see exactly how small this is, if I can get it in. Red. Deep scarlet red in that bit. Just brush that excess off. You probably won't be able to see this. This is probably going to be like a waste of red. I need to take the big point of that off. I'm going to do dark cadmium orange in the next one. These are so tiny. And then light cadmium yellow in that one. And then, oh sorry, I keep hitting the camera. It'll make you all sick with wobble. Let me just check I got this right. Yeah, grass green for the very top one. Hopefully you can see it. And I do apologise to anyone colouring along. You'll be like, Shell, why on earth did you attempt that such small little thing? So back with light cadmium yellow. And this little switch here is going to be yellow. Light phthalo blue is going to be this little ring here and this fuse here. And then dark cadmium orange is going to be this little spot here and this fuse here. And then deep scarlet red is going to be this little fuse at the back. And then Vista is going to be this little wire that's running. Oh, that's too big. And this little tiny wire. It's running and connecting everything, I would think. And then we left that on that shelf there. Okay, so that was a bit of a challenge, I'm not gonna lie. So where we've got deep scarlet red out, I want this button up here red. So I'm not going on that. Oh, I'm not going on that outer seam. I'm just going on the middle bit where the cross hatch is. I'm just really giving it some pressure on there, and then just in the center I'm going to get light cadmium yellow, and I'm just going to put that in the center so there's a bulb, yeah, and then back to deep scarlet red, and I'm just going to lightly go over it. I just want it to look like the centre's lit up. And then we're going to have a green button. Dropping my pencils everywhere. I'm going to have a green for go. So we're going to get grass green back. And again in the centre, I'm just going to put light cadmium yellow for our bulb. And then back with grass green. Just there. Okay, and then down here, I'm going to have an orange button. So where's my orange gone? Dark chromium orange. Going in this one. And in the middle of that, again, light cadmium yellow. That's just for the little light in the middle. There we go. Just tap that focus ever so slightly. There we go. Right, and then I want cream. Cream is coming out to play, and that's going on this. All on the background of that. And then, sorry everyone, but deep scarlet red. Does anyone know what's coming now? This side is going to have little red strokes. And grass green on the other side. On that side. So I want cream back. I'm going to do all this centre bit here in cream. I'll make it look gold. I want Vista. I'm just going to edge. That's not like a gold effect, I want like a rusted kind of effect. And then with black. Right, and then words C, 1, 2, 0, 1, 3. And all that should be left then, I want to do a little red dial on this one, so deep scarlet. This one can be a little red dial. And then a green dial. And a green dial on this one. And a yellow dial on this one. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So now it's coming to me mad bit. Everything that I've left out is going to be chrome. I think I'm crazy. And if this works, it'll look really, really ill. So, just move all my colours and get these ones into play. So I'm hoping this works. So first I'm going to attempt this little sheet metal here. So first I'm going to come in with black. Put black on the screen. And I'm going to start from under here. And I'm just going to run it down to here. Give it a nice sharp edge. So next is Cold Grey 5. And I'm going to come this side with Cold Grey 5. Oh, sorry, I keep knocking it because I've got my camera so close so everyone can see what I'm doing. On this side, I'm just going to blend it out a little tiny bit. I mean, this tgaal sharpener is amazing for stuff like this. So Cold Grey 3. Whoops. Cold Grey 3. And then that's going on this side. And then I'm hoping that my white is going to go whiter than that. I'm going to have a big section of white here. I want to take out that grey that we've got showing there. And I'm hoping this is going to show up. Needed that to be striking white, to be honest. Let me try my Holbein. No, I can't actually. I'm using POLYCHROMOS shell. So I've got to make this work. Stay there, white. So I'm going to press on pretty hard. And then I'm going to bring back Gold Grey 3. No, I'm not. I'm going to bring Cold Grey 5 actually. I think we've just put that grey. Then I'm going to go in with Cold Grey 3. And then I want a tiny slice of white. Probably add a bit of white pen to it as well. Then I want black coming in on this side. I want it to just kind of curve around that. And then that can kind of run down here. On this side, I want a big stretch of black. So let's pick something up. And then light grey 3. And that can come just underneath it, into that. On that section there. And then white. On this whole section here. Whoops. That white does not want to stay up there. And then this white's going to run along here. And I'm going to get Cold Grey 5. And I'm going to like wisp this across here like that. And then intertwine here somewhere. It's not looking as chrome as I wanted it to look. I'm just coming with black. And I'm going to bring some of that black into that. So it's picked up another shadow. And kind of stay there black. That black. With chrome, your black always has to be striking. Or else it won't look. Then I find if I add bits of black in, it helps give it that look of reflection. If that makes sense. And then what I'm probably going to do, just to make that white stand out a little bit more, I'm going to use my white Uniball Signal. I'm going to highlight ever so slightly, like this. Just helps brighten that white up. That's your highlight anyway, isn't it? But this just helps just top that bit of chrome off that we're after. So that's like a chrome sheet. Let's see. So we've got some little chrome buttons. So I'm going to go in with black first. These are really tiny. So I'm just going to black line in there. And we'll have the same, mimicking the same, because they'll be reflecting off the same thing. And then around the edge of the line you're going to have bits of black travelling round them. And then we have the cold grey 3. I'm not going to use the cold grey 5 because it'll be they're too tiny basically. And I'm just going to put it along there a little bit. Like I'm literally touching it in places. But when I look at it, it looks chrome. So I'm just going to get my white signal again, and I'm just going to put tiny little touches of white just for shine. It's working. So black again, and we've got all these 3 dials here, and then we're just going to put in areas of black, just like little spots of black. This is like miniature chrome. Cold grey 3. I'm just going to bring that kind of in between the black. So there's bits of white in between. And then I'm going to come back to the Signo. You've got to put it in frame. The Signo Uniball. And I'm just going to highlight just some flicks around the side. I don't think there's anything coming out of that actually. Oh, sorry. And hopefully this is giving it the look that it's got chrome rings around them dials. And then we've got another big one here, so I'm just going to do the same with the black, and just came along, did a black line and kind of like a little scribble down. Oh, might as well leave that up actually. Cold grey 3, and I just added that to it. And then same round this dial. So like at 12, 3, 6 and 9. And then I'll get black. I'll put black in at 5, 8, 11 and 2. And then the white gel pen will go in then at 1, 4, 7 and 10. And then the same with here, black. Do this slightly off, so we'll do black at 4, 8, 11 and 1. And we'll do cold grey 3 at 5, 7, 9 and 2, maybe, I'm not too sure there. And then the white signal pen at 12, 3, 10 and 6. And then I'm just going to put a little bit on here on the face of that one, hopefully that looks chrome. So then all I've got left then is these little switches and the little dial there. So let's get going on them. So I'm going to do the one that's facing upwards first. So I'm going to put the black, this is so hard to do, black up the middle of the stem there, and then I'm kind of going to bring the black right in the middle there, and then a spot on either side of the dial there, and then cold grey 3, and he's going to come in kind of just on the edges. And he's going to come in all around this top edge here. I'm going to colour the whole dial in with cold grey 3. And then I'm going to come back with black. It's very detailed for such a tiny little thing. I'm going to go in that little triangle. And the second ring of that, I'm just going to put it around there like that. Same on that dial, and then I'm just going to edge the corner here and here, and then back to cold grey 3 for the second switch. I'm going to cover the whole switch again in cold grey 3 because I'll be using the white Posca anyway to. So this one is coming down, so what I want to do is get black, put my markings in on the little switch. So I want a little tiny smiling face there, and then a dot either side of it in front, and then a little kind of black bit there at the end of that, and a slight line there, and then round the edge of here. And again, these are so tiny, so obviously skip this part if you don't want to do that, but I just wanted to test out my chrome skills there. And then in with the white gel pen, which is my white Signo pen. I'll hold that there like that so you know what I'm using. And I'm just going to come in with a dot on the end of that, and then the same with this, tiny little dots. I'm virtually just touching the page just to give it like flecks of shine, and that is it. See? And then I've just got a little dial in there. So I'm going to come in with black. I'm just going to edge it there with black. And cover the rest of it with cold grey 3. And then my white Signo pen. I'm just going to put flecks and dots. Let me get it to work. decided it's not working. And then on each of these screws, I'm just going to put a fleck of white on each of them. The same here. Brighten up some of them white lines again. A little tiny flash of kind of like just a reflective spot in them lights. And there's just one last one I've not done, which is just round here. So back with black, so I'm going to put a bit at 12 and then a bit here at 3, maybe a bit here, 6. So tiny though. And then the cold grey 3. I've got a feeling these all might be the smaller side of the page, but I've got a feeling they're going to be the hardest side because they're so tiny and there's so much detail. Okay, and then I'm just going to get my Signal pen again, and I'm going to dot some white in. And then I'm going to do just that dial at the bottom. So back with black. Just do little flecks of black throughout here now. And then alongside each one of them black, I'm just going to add a bit of grey, cold grey 3. And then the white Signal. There we go. So there you have it. That is day 16. Now that is a tiny little, I'm not joking, you know, with my ruler. It's tinker. Let me show you how small this box actually is. So that box is 1.5 inches. You see that there? Oh, 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches by, let me get my centimetres up because it's smaller than 1 inch, by just short of 2 centimetres. That's how big that is for all that little tiny bit of detail. It's crazy, but it is so cute. So yes, that's day 16, and then 17 is this bowl, the lovely bowl, and then I think it comes round and round here. I'm not too sure, but I will have a look. But yes, I'm not going to zoom out because I don't think you'll see it if I pull it out a little bit. Well, autofocus that. Oh gosh, this focuser. Sorry about this. Let me just get it in focus. I just left it where it was, shouldn't I? There you go. So yeah, hopefully from a distance it's full of detail and it looks lovely. There's a bit of chrome in there, miniature chromeness. So for anyone following along, I'm really sorry, but that one will take you a while. That just took me 45 minutes to do that little tiny box. So thank you everyone for coming along. In fact, I think I've missed some. let me just get the black. I'm not going to do any more chrome, but I have missed, you can see what I'm doing from there, but I've missed the edge of this box. So I'm just going to do it with the black around here. There we go. Do it with the black. And then I'm just going to get cheaty pants here. Get my Signo pen. And I'm just going to put little flecks of white in areas. And that'll give us the same effect. You can see that. So yes, so thank you for joining me for day 16, and I will see you tomorrow for the lovely bowl, and I'll try and get as much detail as I can in that. But anyway, thank you very much. Thanks for all the thumbs up and the beautiful, wonderful comments I've received from each and every one of you watching. It's been a delight to know that so many are really happy with what we're doing. Both me, Ashley and Tammy are having a blast doing it. We are on, as Tammy says, the downward side of the hill on the way down to the end. So I'm sure you will all miss us from these videos that we've done. But this page is going to look amazing when it's done. I just can't wait to get into all these little ones. But then I'm going to be sad when it's over in a week's time-ish, just over. So thank you very much, everyone. And I will see you on day 17. Thank you. Bye.